thought it'd be so hard to find an all-American girl with talent?
Yeah, how do the producers of Girls Gone Wild do it?
Who'd have thought it'd be so hard to find an all-American girl with talent?
Yeah, how do the producers of Girls Gone Wild do it?
Meanwhile, Bean Buddy's in the back are like loading stuff on the
Yeah.
truck. Like that's the only glimpse I think we have of Bean in
He's
this
like
movie.
there for a split second.
Yeah.
He's like not in the rest of the movie like at all.
No, I think that's literally it. Justice for Bean.
Yeah,
He's
I
no-
was like, wait.
They could have definitely done a cute adaptation for Bean, but I digress. If you don't know that quote from the opening, we're talking about Muppets Wizard of Oz today.
Yeah.
Trying to move. Oh yeah, there's a
Not
console
on
under
like anything.
Kit Klein.
Oh, get it. Are his feet tied together?
No, it did look like it. It did appear as such, but it's not the case.
Oh, I was like, is he handcuffed on his ankles?
But yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, to those who don't know us, I'm Megan, or Malone's Pops, and this is.
I'm Emma, or Fruitbats.
And you may know us on Instagram, YouTube, this channel, but we are the Dreamers Connection podcast. Haven't seen us in like since the new year, at least.
Yeah, sorry about that.
A lot has happened, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, probably should have taken a break, kind of hustled there for the holiday season anyway, but some unexpected things happened.
Yes,
Had to deal with
definitely.
some things.
Previously, we said that we would make a video even detailing what happened, but now we're at the point we just want to kind of brush through it so people are aware, but we've talked about it, both of us, at length on our like Instagrams. And in general, we want to move past what's going on. So if you're wondering what we're alluding at, is this massive account on all platforms in the Muppet community called Muppet History. It's ran by a guy named Josh. We don't want to get too much into it. Like we said, we literally are so exhausted with everything in this.
We're
It's
so
just
sick of this.
all
We're
of it is
so
so
sick of this.
disgusting. But around Thanksgiving, long story short, I'll just say the thing about the screenshots. Josh had sent me a creepy message reply to a story that I posted, alluding to what that mouth do, basically, in a disgusting way. I posted it on my close friend's story on Instagram, where I had a couple people message me and say that like they knew someone who had experienced that, or like they had experienced some weird messages. And so I kept kind of posting about it on my close friends. It got put on Twitter by somebody. And then it just kind of snowballed. So many people started coming to me. I mean, Emma knows, she was here along from the beginning. Like I'm like shaking right now, like just like thinking about all of this. Yeah, I'm like, but so
It's
then a
not
bunch of
worth the
people.
energy anymore.
It's
Like,
not. No, not even like shaking like mad, like shaking like it's just gross and like
no, it is.
can't
It's like
believe any of this happened. Can't believe any of this happened. But so many people were coming out and saying that this guy was sending them super sexual messages, just crossing the line. Like I don't even want to go into the grossness of it, but it's on my Instagram, saved under a highlight. Some of the disgusting stories. I mean, stories from minors. This is a big account. This account had almost 600,000,
and
maybe.
has been around for like a long time. And
Yeah.
honestly, I feel personally, I don't give a shit that this is out there now because this guy's a terrible person, so I'll talk all my shit that I need to.
Mhm.
I think that he was only that big because there are not a lot of accounts that do that. And he's been around for so long that people are just like, oh, that's the Muppet account. No, it's not. That guy
Yeah.
sucks. And I'll
Yes.
say that. I don't care.
And
I
like,
also, just to put that out there, he's never done anything to me. But if people that I know and care about are involved, then we're gonna have a big problem. And also, this is a very serious thing. Like, I have experienced that type of, like that. How do I word that? Like,
I guess
people
in a
being
way,
a sex past.
yeah, someone being a complete menace in
Yeah,
a
I've
sexual way.
experienced that. I have my own like share of like trauma in that regard, but like so like this is a very like important thing for me, and I think that this community of especially this community deserves to be a safe space.
Yeah.
And this whole time that's all we've wanted from this whole thing. It's not drama because this isn't drama. This is like an actual serious like thing. So nasty, dude. If you need to go read some of that, there's a post on Megan's Instagram.
And not even just that, you can Google it.
Yeah,
And
you can Google it.
there's an article specifically from The Verge who spoke with people who were on the receiving end. And it's not like one or two people have come out and say, like, oh, I got uncomfy messages. Like, this is like
Dozens.
years of calculated, like, sex pest behavior, insistent, disgusting behavior, preying on minors, luring people in under the guise of I'm a Muppet account, you can trust me, Jim Henson values, and it's just so disgusting that someone would even use that in like such a pure community and a community of like good, amazing people, like the most amazing fandom ever that you can dream of being online. And using that to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, like
yes, I was gonna say that.
I can't even convey everything. I can't even piece together everything anymore. We wanted to do a video with all the screenshots and all the evidence, but at this point, I've put most of it on Instagram. And there's just so much, and it's so like disturbing, honestly, to go into. And we don't want to dwell on something so gross, but he is unfortunate. He took a break, and we thought at that point that we didn't really even need to address it anymore because we did our part in educating the community and the things we found out. And like Emma said, this was never about drama. It was about trying to make somewhere that we feel comfortable a safe place and keep it that way, because you should be able to be a woman on the internet and just exist without being so overly sexualized and have to take gross, nasty comments from, let alone a Muppet account.
I was like, and this is a Muppets community.
This is a Muppet.
Holy shit, we're talking about puppets and Jim Henson.
And his wife was in on it underneath the guise of them being a polyamorous couple, which nothing, I don't see anything wrong with, like, do your lifestyle, but
that's giving those people a bad rap, and they don't need any more of that,
It's been a joint targeted thing. At first, she was taking accountability for knowing about everything that happened. Then she wasn't. It's been so gross. Like, we don't even want to keep talking about it. I know I keep talking about it right now, but we just want to get across. It was sick. And this person is still posting, but we have done our part to make other people aware. And hopefully more people just can see who this person is and don't support that. But we've done our part. We've said what we could. And there's literal news articles about this out there. So, like, at this point, we can't even say anything else, like, that's not already knowledge or that we should even have to defend. I mean, it's just gross.
Yeah, we've said all we need to say on the...
So, with all of that, that's why we kind of, not that we felt like that pushed us to taking a break, we just mentally needed to kind of recoup and realign and figure out what Emma and I are doing in this space. And that's something positive. It will always be something positive at the end of the day. It's something good that we're trying to do here. It's something light and airy and not any of that. You shouldn't come to this fandom to be harassed in any way, shape, or form, whether it's bullying, which that account was doing, or sexual misconduct, which that account was doing, or harassing and grooming minors, which that account was doing. Like, you shouldn't come to a Muppet community, whether it's online, and online is full of predators. You shouldn't come to a community ran by a leader, head of the community, big name that fucking respected puppeteers and performers and artists and musicians follow because they see silly Muppet content and they don't know who's posting it. But we are here to provide good content from good people who love the Muppets and are not going to use the Muppets in a way that is disgusting.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on the positives now,
Yeah, we really don't know what else to say, but we decided that it wasn't worth dedicating a whole episode to. Sorry we've harped on this amount, but we felt like it needed to be addressed. That's why we needed to step back and just be like, okay, what matters here for real?
Putting our energy towards things that, benefit us here.
Mm-hmm.
Not
we
that
did
like
our part. We did our part, and that's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
When you find out something that's that heavy and that consuming, you need to expose it. You need to address it. There needs to be accountability, but you can only harp on it so long, and you can only control the situation so much. So,
trying to just focus on the fact that the community did show up when this all went down.
Yes, they did.
You guys are fucking great. Like, I don't even know how to. My brain has been broken since all of that, but
the support has been immense.
Yes, yes. Focusing on the support and the love that we are feeling from that. Despite it all, we still feel the love. Okay, and that's what we're gonna focus on.
Yes.
I'm like,
I know. It's like, do you do it like this or do you do it
I try
like
to do it like that, and then I'm like
like,
weird handshake with myself. So
yeah, forget it. But we love you guys so much, and the support has
we
meant
love
so
you for
much.
real.
And the people asking for the podcast, we are trying to get on a steady schedule. Nothing's concrete because we just fly by the wind and we do what we feel like doing because that's how we're the happiest doing it.
Yeah.
But we do and have established that we want to be regular with our podcast. So you can expect more episodes and you can expect more of us always. So without further ado, the Wizard of Oz episode.
Yay.
And I do wish that your glasses came.
Oh, I wish I had mine. Those are so cute.
I know. You could see what they're gonna look like.
Oh, I wish I had mine.
I know. I was so mad. It said delivered, and I like ran and grabbed them, and then I looked on Amazon immediately. I'm like, "Is hers delivered?" It said tomorrow. I'm like, "Bitch, what?" I wanted to show, or maybe we can just clip it in because I don't want to move my computer. Can we just like show my poster like a clip? Okay.
Just send me a whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Muppets Wizard of Oz poster in front of me for the inspiration right now. And I have some plushies hung next to it. Insert video here, but it's a mood. And this movie gets such a bad rep, and it doesn't deserve it.
It doesn't. The thing that I hear people complain about the most is like the CGI in the movie, and that is fair.
That's fair.
That is fair. But we can't let it override the rest of the movie because it's not bad. It's not that bad.
No, we can't.
Okay.
This movie came out in 2005, and let me grab the copy of it really quick. But the VHS of it was like one of the last VHS tapes to be produced because it was 2005, and that was like when the media was kind of
true.
Yeah, and so it's like considered one of their rarer tapes because it's one of the last like Disney tapes on VHS, and it's slipcover. Oh.
It's rare to find on streaming services too because it's not on shit. You gotta fucking rent it, and they only let you. And then they only. It's stupid. I'm sorry, I ranted about this earlier, but it's stupid that they only let you watch it for 48 hours if you're paying like a whole $4. I'm like, if I were to have gone to a video store and rented it, I would have had that shit for like a week.
R.I.P. video stores. I miss
physical copy.
I worked at Family Video for a second. I miss video stores.
Oh shit. I miss video stores. I didn't work at one, but I miss them.
Yeah, no, it's
such a vibe.
This video is probably starting out for people wondering where they can watch this. So that's a perfect way to address it because it's not on any streaming services for free.
Yeah. I rented it from Apple TV for like $4 and I had to do it off my phone and then I could watch it on my TV. Yeah. Which is stupid. It's called Apple TV. Why can't you? Whatever.
I know. I rented it on my TV. On Apple TV.
Yeah. I had to go on my phone and rent it to watch it on Apple TV on my TV. Sorry, I'm Statler and Waldorfing, just bitching right now.
Oz-sized offers.
Oz-sized. Oh, offers inside. Oz-sized, and it's just a regular guy. So it's just regular offers.
Save $5. Own the music of the Muppets, which I have that as well. Which it has half of the Muppet Wizard of Oz because there's only like 6 songs. Which the songs in this movie are kind of mid.
I was about to say the songs in this movie are forgettable, and I'm sorry to say that, but I was trying to think of a single song earlier, and I was like, no.
I was going to say before rewatching it, The Witches in the House was the only one that
was the only one I could think of, and it was just that line. The witches in the house.
Yes. But yeah, so this CD is part, and I love how Pepe's on the back.
Pepe!
It's part Muppets Wizard of Oz, like the first half, and the second is The Best of the Muppets, which I think is also a separate CD. Like I think all those tracks are already on a different Muppet Show CD, like Best of.
Oh yeah, it's like the Muppet Show theme. Phenomena.
Yeah, it's like the more basic ones. Yeah, Halfway Down the Stairs is on here. Happy Feet, yeah. Anyway, that's that little print ad for that. I was just looking at this. Oh shit! I could have saved $2 instantly if this was 2005.
Damn.
1996. I could have saved a dime. What I was gonna say is that the adaptations in this movie are adorable.
Yes.
I don't think it could have been any more perfect, and it seems so painfully obvious. But like, Fozzie Lion, come on, Fozzie Lion,
he's so cute.
And when we first meet him,
I want to hug him.
I know. Oh my god, when we first meet him too in the movie, he's sounding so much like Piggy. Like
what the lion? Shrimp! No, prawn.
Oh, prawn. Oh no!
Eric
Oh my
Jacobs.
God, I think I wrote that down.
I was like, wait,
Did I write that down?
I never realized how similar.
Fozzie as the Cowardly Lion, and he sounds like Piggy so much at first. He's cute though. OMG. That's literally what I wrote down.
we,
Because I
we
wasn't
share
looking at the
brains.
screen. I was like typing something, and I was like, wait, that's not Piggy.
Yeah,
And
and
I
when he
looked
comes
up and I
on,
was like, hello.
yes, and when he comes on the screen for the first time, or like lack thereof on the screen, but when you hear him for the first time, he's not on the screen.
Yes, I was like,
Yeah,
because like I knew, but
yeah,
something
it's like
happened up here.
early Eric Jacobson. Clearly, he was like getting a hold on both characters because he does both Piggy and Fozzie. To those who don't know,
And he does them well. It
Thank God.
just like in that moment, specifically just when he's like
Yeah,
just when he first gets on, like
because he's trying to sound like scared Fozzie, and scared Fozzie kind of sounds
it,
like Piggy. Like,
it's
yeah,
yeah, but it's like a very strange like first impression in the movie. It's like
yeah, double take, double take. But yeah, I love how Piggy played all of the witches.
yes, love
That's
Piggy in
like
multiple
duh,
roles.
like duh, like of
Yeah.
course she's gonna be all of the witches. Like,
That's I got inspiration from that in my Muppet Twin Peaks. It was like all Muppet. I didn't do humans. That was gonna stress me out. But my Muppet Twin Peaks casting, I had Piggy in multiple roles, a la Muppet Wizard of Oz.
yes, yes,
Also, I have to. I'm obsessed with Kermit as the Scarecrow. He is so fucking cute.
Thank you, Dorothy.
You're welcome, Scarecrow.
so cute.
My baby, I love him.
I'm like, there he is.
Dumb, I love him.
He is. Oh, I was thinking about the end. Anyway,
I love him
not
so.
gonna think about the end yet. And Pepe being Toto was genius.
Yes. Also,
Pepe
the
as
fact that it's
Toto.
just a fucking like, just like a prawn that she saved from the diner, just in a little bowl
Yeah, and then
in the
when
real world.
he transferred, he's like, "I am naked, okay?"
Yeah. Why do we scream? Okay. I
Yeah.
wrote that down because I was like, that's so funny. Why do we scream? Okay. Most importantly, I am naked. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes. Mom. I am naked, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
and then she's like, here, and like she holds up the bear for him, and he's like, no, 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 he's not my type.
Yeah.
She's like the clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole movie they have Pepe with all the little funny one-liners. Like, he's
Oh,
like,
I
"So
also wrote,
gosh dang
sorry, kind of
sexy."
unrelated. I wrote down the color grading is insane in like the regular world.
Oh yeah. Well, they're supposed to, I think it's supposed to be the parallel with the sepia, but
I
they did,
know, but it's like crazy.
yeah, they did just like muted colors instead of like sepia to color. They did like a weird, like you think the whole movie's gonna be like that.
It looks like green, kind of like
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks really weird. Oh, just real quick about the real world. Her aunt and uncle are acting like she's dressed like a slut, but she's like got a baby tee and jeans on. And I'm like, she
Yeah.
has the most normal outfit in the world on. And they're like, you can't go out like that. And like,
It's
she has like
2005.
my normal cartoon character outfit on, like baby tee and regular pants.
Yeah. Ashanti ate down from the second the movie started
Yes.
with her Kansas song, which I went to see Ashanti in concert last year just
Oh, last
because,
year.
yes, because of this movie. Yeah.
He
Just
slay.
movie. Yeah, it was like May, I think. Yeah, I went to go see her, and I thought that there would, because you know how they play like on the video screens, like a montage of their whole careers, like before they come on the stage or whatever, or like hers did anyway.
They were
And
like,
you're thinking like I was, for one, I was wearing a Muppets t-shirt, and most people were wearing like club dresses because it's Ashanti for one. Like, oh
and
baby,
you're like, I'm here because I'm
oh
Muppets the Wizard of Oz.
yeah, and I'm wearing a Muppets t-shirt of all of them like in the car. And anyway, that's not important. But in the montage, yes, I was there for the Muppets clearly. Like, but in the montage, there was no Muppets in the montage. I'm like, you're not gonna show
They're like,
fucking Muppets Wizard of Oz? Like,
we don't
you
know
can't
about
even at
that.
least show. I'm looking at the poster right now. I'm like, you couldn't at least like flash the poster on the screen. No
It's like,
love at
no.
all. Like, I wasn't expecting you to sing Kansas or any of the fucking songs, but
How crazy would that be? That would be so funny.
that would, that would,
I
that
would
would.
do that actually. That would be so funny.
She did eat down though. That whole movie.
I don't, yeah.
It was good casting for sure. And in other good casting, Johnny and Sal. We have to.
Johnny and Sal.
The monkey gets a hat.
I love them. The monkey gets a hat.
The monkey gets the hat. Yeah, no. They are so funny. And like I did love another thing that Pepe says in this movie. Besides the I'm just so gosh damn sexy, okay? But is when he's talking in the beginning and he says, like, if you have Dark Side of the Moon, press play.
For those of you who have Dark Side of the Moon, press play
Now or whatever, because you know the reference where they say you can watch Dark Side of the Moon with the original Wizard of Oz and like their parallels with the soundtrack and what's happening.
Wrote down Pepe being Dorothy's agent. He's like, I'm your agent, okay? I'm your agent.
Yeah, immediately. Immediately. No,
he's like, so talking percentages immediately.
I know how like it's regarded in the community that Muppets Tonight was like Pepe's breakout role, but this movie could be argued that this is Pepe's breakout role. Like it's a little longer, but like or further past the 90s because Muppets Tonight was 97 and this was 2005, but that's not that far away. That's like this is like I feel like Pepe's shift into being a focus.
Oh, true. Yeah, because there was Space and then there was this, and like he was pretty prominent in.
Yeah, he was in Space. You're right. You're right. You're so right.
But he's like in this whole movie. Like,
yeah,
he's like
I was gonna say
focus of this movie.
yes. I know. When I think of Space, my mind obviously just goes to Gonzo Rizzo. Like,
I think Pepe because that was the movie that made me love Pepe as a kid, and I was like, I love that little fucker.
Oh, that makes sense. I have some loose
I'm like, that's
jellos,
okay.
I have some loose jellos, okay.
Okay.
And yeah, the way he says Kermit in the beginning of Muppets from Space is like the way he says Kermit in the Muppet Monster game. Yeah, the way
And
like
then in the Muppet Monster thing, Robin's like, who? He's like, Carmen, you're Uncle Carmen.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what I said, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love how the Muppets from Space like thing got screenshotted or whatever, the Pepe thing, and then it became a big meme. Like every time I saw it, I'm like, that's from Muppets from Space. The one where he's all blown up, you know? The one that was like the meme that all the people were putting the
yeah.
Like
there's him on the phone, and
yeah, that one too.
This?
I was just gonna say that's from this, which I have that picture right here on the boom. I'll put it right here.
Yeah. I also wrote down it's fresh on the cobs, okay? Because I don't know why I thought that was funny.
The cobs, okay. I know, and Kermit just gives up. Kermit's like, better you than the birds, like
the bird that's like, hey, you got something in your eye. This, and he pecks him in the eye.
Oh yeah, dude, he got him. Got him. I was just thinking of so we can go through the plot like a little bit, but what I was thinking was at the end with the part where I text you and I said, yeah, you could have everyone spank me and call me names is a wild quote because they literally say that
down, but I remember being like, hey,
like that's wild. This was one.
Really this was like gloss over that too.
Yeah, this was like edgy Muppet era. Like they were getting away with like
before they kind of stopped.
Yeah, right before they kind of stopped having a little edge. They like went a little too far and then they went a little back. But now it's like they would never say some of the stuff that they said in this movie. Like the Girls Gone Wild comment or like the Gonzo saying, those are my nipples. And he's like, I feel dirty.
Oh yeah, he's like, what does this do? And he goes, nothing. Those are my nipples.
What do these do?
Nothing. They're my nipples.
There's a lot of like little cute details too, like when we first meet Gonzo, like how it says tin, like Tin, Tin.
Yeah.
Tin. And yeah, that whole thing with the tin thing. They don't even call him a tin man, he's a tin thing.
The tin thing. I think his backstory is kind of cool. I feel like maybe we shouldn't get too much into that, but like
yeah, we shouldn't.
His backstory is cool.
It's cool and it's cute and it kind of explains the weird CGI later. It doesn't explain it, but
no, they could have done without that, but
that whole scene is like weird nightmare fuel with the CGI.
It has context, like there's a reason for it, but it's a choice.
Like, what are you even talking about? Okay, let me see what else I was saying.
Oh, I wrote down specifically the juxtaposition between, and I'm so empty inside I could cry. See, and I'm so sexy it hurts.
Yeah, yeah, that one where he's like, I'm so gosh damn sexy. Oh yeah.
He said,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
so
that
sexy.
that might have even been a different quote than the I'm so gosh damn sexy. I think he says sexy like multiple times in this
Yeah,
movie.
definitely does.
Like Pepe was they were definitely pushing Pepe to the front in this one because like obviously he's very prominent and from space like that. I would say that was the breakout. You're right. But this one's more of like listen to the stuff this little prawn has to say. He's a little
Look at this
dirtbag.
little
Like
freak. Don't you like him?
listen to this little prawn. Listen to this little prawn and the stuff he has to say. He's so silly. Like
You into this little freak?
yeah, like what do you think about this?
This
Yeah,
little guy.
yeah,
Okay.
because he's still like developing his character in Tonight and Space.
Yeah.
And this is more like this is who I am, okay. Even though it's an adaptation, it's an adaptation. You're not supposed to take it as literal or whatever. It's one of these that toes the line because when they're in reality, it is real, and they are the Muppets, and they're doing like a star search thing, and that's like the
Yeah.
premise is Dorothy wants to be a star, and that's like the premise of this one. Ashanti wants to be a star.
And they called them, they refer to them as the most powerful puppets on Earth, or like the most powerful puppets or something. And I just thought that was really funny. I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, they are.
and that like being with the Muppets at that time period would have equated to like stardom, and now it's like something that like most people who want to be something are probably not even thinking that's like a realistic thing. It's
The
different.
Muppets were big, and everybody knows the Muppets, and I stand by this. Also, because every single show that I've been rewatching lately, it does not matter what it is. I am not joking. Every show or movie that I rewatch has referenced the Muppets in some way, and I
They
don't know
are
how
a
it keeps happening because I watch a lot of things.
cultural phenomenon. Like
Yeah.
phenomena. But just looking around this room, like everything is from a different era, from a different year. Like this has caught with my pin in my hand. This has,
I definitely have it in my hand earlier.
this, the Muppets have transcended time and culture, and like what other fandom besides the mains, I mean, you can't even say Marvel goes back. I mean, it goes back the far because comics and stuff and cartoons, but you can't even say any other main giant fandom has been prevalent in every generation since its start until now,
They're
unfortunately.
missing stuff now, and they're missing out on potential, and I stand by this.
Because they would never make a movie like they did with this one, which this wasn't a theatrical release. This was on
Everyone's been
ABC.
begging them for stuff like this too. Like they're like, do an adaptation of literally anything, but just with the Muppets, and they're like, y'all wanted another live action remake? No,
I know. I don't even
fucking wanted that.
I don't even know if I'm sure that I want a theatrical release right now because I want them to find their footing and then I want them to blow up. Like, you know what I mean? Then I want the reprise. Then I want the we're
Genuinely
back,
think
baby.
like another like like classic style Muppet Show type scenario would work because
Exactly.
like somebody said there was a comment on like I ranted about this recently. There was a comment on one of the platforms. I don't know who said it, but you had a point. They were like with like the rise of like short form content and like variety style shows and like sketch comedy. I'm like, I think You Should Leave does really well. That has like a whole cult following and it's just little snippets of different whatever.
I mean, Saturday Night Live just celebrated 50
Saturday
years.
Night Live. I'm like
It's gotta
literally
be.
I don't like Saturday Night Live. I think it's dumb. But
I mean,
lots of
that's
comedians that I really like come from Saturday Night Live.
that's
And
the
actually
thing,
might not
though.
a lot of
That's the thing with Saturday Night Live is like majority of it's dumb. 10% is actually successful. Like 5% is classic and like known forever. Like that's how comedy works. So like the Muppets don't have to hit every time. Not every
nobody
episode of the
is.
Muppet
Like
Show
not
was
everything can be a hit. Like
yeah, not every show of the Muppet Show was the best episode. I mean, maybe now it's regarded as that, but it's okay to not hit the mark every time. But can we just keep pushing stuff out? Can we not go dormant? Like,
and I think it would be like a really good opportunity for them to like really figure out what they're doing because I feel like they don't
Bridge
know
the
right.
gap. We've been talking about how our goal with this podcast is bridging the gap with the generations and everything. Themselves could be bridging this gap and bringing people like Sabrina Carpenter and Chaperone. And I mean, I know all the old heads right now are probably like, ugh, but it's just like you could even get the people like Elton John who's still out there,
No,
Cher
yeah,
who's
because
still
there are
out there.
still like people who are older who like would do this still.
Yes,
And
like
like,
tie it back. They've always loved the Muppets. Like, you know what I mean? Dolly Parton's still out here. She just did the thing with
yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter. Like, Dolly Parton and the Muppets have a long standing history. Like,
And like there's so many people that like people would enjoy being on there. And like and even if I think it was like in that format and if it was like the classic Muppet like comedy style, I feel like even people who are older would maybe start to enjoy and understand why people like the newer celebrities, like bridging the gap. The whole point of this whole thing the whole time. Ah,
they don't love you like I love you. Wait.
I love you.
No, literally though. And the thing is, like, there's so much love. There's an abundance of love. There is, look at how many fandom pages have started since December, since like things have opened up.
Oh my
And
God, yeah.
like there is love, deep,
And
deep
there's so
love,
many people, I've been seeing so many people like
passion.
making puppets on TikTok and stuff. And I'm like, people like want to get into this type of thing. And I'm like, I love that.
Yes. No, it's there. It's there, but it's being underutilized.
For real.
Anyway, back to Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Sorry, we really went down there.
I'm like,
But even where we at, like, what
it's
we talking
crazy
about?
that Muppets Wizard of Oz was 10 years before the 2015 series because that was the next time I feel like we got the really edgy humor again.
Yeah, true, because 2011 was really sanitized, even though it was good. I like the 2011 movie. I like that
Yeah.
one.
It
But
has some like funny, but it was trying to be Disney move theatrical release movie. And 2014 was even more like I liked the premise of 2014 and like stuff like that, but it wasn't the cheeky Muppet
no, they got really close to
line.
something with the 2015 series. I really liked the 2015
Yeah,
series.
like people. If I've learned anything from Muppet postings, the things that do well are like the things that have like little silly jokes that are made for everyone that are like, LOL, Muppets are saying this, like a dirty scuzzball. Like that's so funny to people, and it's so easy, and they could be knocking this out of the park, and they're not. I mean, we know the issue with the current situation. We miss Steve Whitmire.
Yeah.
Hashtag rehire Whitmire. I've been seeing people comment that on everything.
Nothing.
Or like I'm like in my delusion where I'm just like, oh, I miss Rizzo. Come back, Rizzo.
No, literally.
Justice for Rizzo. But in general, back to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Rizzo is an all-star. He saves the day like twice.
Oh yeah. Also, I love that he's like, you sing that and we'll come a scampering.
Yeah. He's so cute.
Also, like, I think there's another part where like they're like, oh, you're so cute. And he's like, no, you are.
Yeah. He's the mayor of Munchkinland in this one.
Yeah.
And he's adorable. Shout out to Rizzo because he really saves the day. Something Emma was saying is that this movie seems like it's really long because it's
yeah.
back and forth. We make it to Emerald City very early and we go back and forth. Emerald City, quest, Emerald City.
Yeah, it does not technically follow like the actual like Wizard of Oz like traditional plot. I don't
Yeah, but when I was looking on the wiki, there
like
was
the
something.
movie anyway.
When I was looking on the wiki, they said that, and I can't remember if it even cited what the examples were, but it said that there were nods in the movie to both the original novel and The Wiz.
That's what I figured because it's kind of like a mix of all the different like iterations that you see, plus just Muppets.
Yeah, yeah, plus just Muppets, silly little Muppets. Yeah, I think Steve was amazing in this one. We were already talking about we just loved Kermit in this one. It was so, and Steve himself is actually in it along with Dave at the end.
Mostly Dave.
See if you could spot him. for
Mostly
like
Dave, but
for like 0.1 second at the end. I love when they just use like the puppeteers as extras.
I'm always like scanning.
I know we should actually do a podcast episode where we talk about all the times that like the main group has been in the background because it's like a surprising funny amount of times.
Can we do a whole episode on that?
We should. I think we should. Or you mean like
figure out how we could do a whole episode on that? Yeah.
yes. I mean, most of it's just gonna be like us gussing about Steve and like
That's like every fucking episode we
we're
ever
gonna
do.
get what you said. Oh, another picture. What you say? What you say? That's just getting shot over and over.
I have
Every
to
time
put it
we
in.
see him, every time we see him, our heart stops. Here's Ugly Moki.
He looks so
I just
bad.
looked down and Ugly Moki was staring at me. Why does it look like it's like a balding man? Like,
Yeah, they do her so dirty. I want a good one of her so bad.
hello,
All the
Armo.
good ones of her are so expensive too, because like
From the
I don't know.
side. Like, yeah, you're right. All the good ones are expensive. Justice for Moki. Put out a new Moki plush, but not of the new Moki.
Not of the new Moki, of the old Moki. I have like one of the little like reversible like butthole plushes.
Oh yeah, I
Like
know
they
which
did
one
the
you're
old
talking
one,
about.
and she's really
They're like
cute.
this big.
Yeah, I mean she's so cute. Hold on, I want to go get her because she's really cute. They're always leaving Boober out. Like I don't know why they're such Boober haters.
I know they're like he doesn't have eyes. Let's just leave him out.
Yeah,
Like
they're like, let's just not do him. Nobody will know who he is. But this is the well, ignore her guts sticking out.
I know. I'm like, who is this with the orange underneath?
It's don't worry about
I'm
her.
just joking.
Don't worry about her.
She's cute.
Don't worry
She's
about
cute.
her.
Oh, the pigtails. Oh,
I
is it
keep it
about?
on Moki though because I don't have a Moki and I want her really bad, so I just keep it on. And I'm like, don't look at that. Their tails are like opposite too,
Oh, I didn't even
like
realize they had the
split in
tail on.
half.
I didn't even
And then
realize
there's
they
a
did that
Wembley
for
Gobo.
Show Us Gobo. Cute. See, that one's a little bit cuter than the girls, I think.
Yeah. They do the girls real dirty all the time, and I don't know how or why.
No, they're like, ugh,
They're like, whatever.
Texas Fraggle behavior.
Haters.
uh, but oh, what I just looked at my notes and it reminded me that I already said that the songs in here were mid, but and then I wrote down except for Steve. And I said, and then I wrote down they are Muppet songs.
Yeah.
Like they do. I still love the one when they're like right after they. I don't even know what it's called, but the one where they meet Fozzie, and then Kermit's like, like
Miss the brains I'm missing when I'm with you.
Oh yeah, that one's cute.
yeah, that one's cute because I like Kermit's little part in it. But other than that, I
There's
don't
a
listen.
part around there that I thought was cute. What did I write down?
I don't think these are streaming anywhere either. Like the songs, big surprise because the
Yeah.
freaking movie's not even streaming anywhere.
Oh, the Statler and Waldorf, like as like the crit, like the Vulture critic
Oh yes,
thing, and
yes,
he's just like ignore them, like whatever they say has nothing to do with you. I'm like,
yes. I wrote down a whole lesson about this. I wrote down the lesson. And I said Statler and Waldorf scene teaches classic lesson of tune out the critics because they'll only make you uncertain of yourself and doubt your ability when you have what it takes, regardless of what anyone says.
yes,
But that's so true. And that's so Muppets. And like this whole movie can be so unserious and like so what is even going on right now. But then it's like you look at like the core of what it's about and you're like,
it is all Muppet things, really, in my opinion.
yes, they really did stay true to the underlying tone of like, we're trying to teach you things. Some of the other cute parallels I was thinking is instead of, I liked the parallel that they did with the Poppy scene.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna give it away, like, because the plot, because that was so cute. That was just really cute. But I love how they switched it up.
Hmm.
And then we saw Electric Man. We saw the band. We saw the band.
I love that that's the scene that they were in too.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. So without giving that away, love that scene. And instead of following a yellow brick road, they're following like a yellow brick wall because puppets. The puppeteers had to hide behind something.
Yeah.
Like, right?
I love that.
Like you as a puppeteer, like where would you be if you're following the road? Like,
Oh, there was another thing. I don't even know if I can keep this part in, but I'll clip it if it's giving too much away.
okay.
But like towards the I'm not even gonna say too much about this. So like if you know what I'm talking about, towards the end where like there's like the illusion kind of fades. I'm like they just show the set as is, straight up. I love that.
Yeah, they broke the third
Not
wall
set
a couple
like that.
times. They broke the third wall a couple times, I feel like. I didn't write
Yeah,
them down, but there was like a few things where I was like, they're breaking the third wall,
I love it.
acknowledging this or this. Yeah, I love when they do that too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. Another thing is with the emerald glasses. I literally okay, so I bought me and Emma a pair of these. We're gonna wear them for the cover photo, but Amazon fumbled and didn't bring hers today when they were supposed to be delivered. So Amazon, you're on our
Thought we
list.
could rely on the fastness of that, but no.
Amazon, you're on our list.
Yeah.
If you've seen the 2015 series, you don't want to be on our list. So Amazon, you're on our list. Good luck getting off. But the whole emerald glasses thing is funny because it's kind of like teaching the lesson of like rose colored glasses. What you see, your perception might be blurred, might be distorted, might not be reality because you have rose colored or emerald tinted glasses. And it might be trying to convey something to you that's not reality, basically.
Mm.
So I like that little mini lesson between there too of like, you can't live in bliss even if it looks emerald tinted and it gives you what you want and it grants your wishes. It's not what's going to be fulfilling.
Yeah.
Basically.
That kind of ties in with the like what you were seeking out you already had in the first place.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. It's a beautiful like full circle. They really
I'm
did a
like
good
trying
job
to think
that.
of the like other phrase that I'm like is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of what it is.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
It's like, oh, like the grass is always greener
Yes.
type
Yes.
situation.
Yes. No. Wink wink. Like grass is always greener. Yeah. No, that's a good one too. I was just thinking about Bunsen and Beaker and their cameos.
I literally have written down, I love that Bunsen and Beaker are literally just there for science.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you can't go see the wizard looking like that.
Also wrote, no context, Emerald City looks insane.
Yeah.
That's
Zero
all I wrote.
on that one. I know. I think I wrote a bullet point that just says Kelly Osbourne, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh, yeah.
Plus-
She's just there.
plus
Quentin
question
Tarantino
mark.
is just there.
Oh yeah, the Quentin Tarantino.
I forgot. He
cutaway.
always, it's like a jump scare when he shows up
You digging it?
for me.
I forgot about that too. That was something.
It's like a jump scare because he really just shows up.
We haven't acknowledged the adorable Scooter is the right hand man to the wizard.
I love him.
That's precious.
His green glasses, though.
Yeah.
Green eyeballs.
Yeah, he's literally got green eyeballs going on. Yeah, no, Scooter's adorable. I love that he's the right hand man to the wizard because like he's the right hand man to Kermit on the Muppet Show, like the runner and like the gopher, I mean. And so it was just cute. Like, of course, he's the little servant to the wizard. Like
Love him.
and Sam the Eagle too. I mean, Sam the Eagle's the first one we see when we get
Of
to
course.
City. But yeah, and then all of the people who are the flying monkeys was cute. I just love how many Muppets they use in all the Muppet movies. Like I love they really went full in.
One of them might be Aretha from Fraggle Rock. I'm not 100% sure. It might be another Muppet that looks similar, but I want to say one of them might be like a reused Fraggle Rock character. That's like a background character. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'll pretend I didn't say this. Or maybe I will say it. I don't know.
It might be though. I have no me like clueless. I'm like, I don't know.
I think it is. I don't know. I'm like, can I look it up? Okay, well, the puppet that I'm thinking of is this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta look up the flying monkeys.
Oh yeah. I mean, that looks
Maybe?
pretty similar. What about the teeth? Go back to the first one.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up in a separate tab. I don't know why I didn't.
Also, the Fraggle Rock would have been in the 80s. Oh yeah, that one has teeth.
I
Yeah,
think it's the same one because they reuse it in Muppet Christmas Carol too. They have a ton of them in the
Oh
background.
yeah, yeah. Dude, yeah, I think you're right. And that wasn't even like I mean, I only slightly grazed the wiki page, but
I will keep any background Fraggle Rock character and like anything. I'll be like, ah, I know.
I've got Fraggle sense. I've got
studied
Fraggle sense.
by accident.
You're like
I've accidentally studied you.
It's ugly. Okay.
Ah, the jump scare.
So you just like comes in.
Fraggle Rock.
Like I can't even think of what this looks like. Just fucking I don't know, Christopher Lloyd or something like with his hair. Like I don't know. It doesn't look like like Moki Fraggle. The hair was giving Doc. The hair was giving Doc AF.
Oh, yeah,
It was giving receding hairline.
it
Anyway,
was.
there's some funny jokes at the end of this that are like shots at Disney, like Pepe's on the phone with Eisner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Say?
I didn't write down what he said.
I think I did.
Okay, good. It was so funny though.
Eisner, baby, if you think we're going to that deal, you're out of your Mickey mind, okay?
Yeah, you're out of your Mickey mind. That's what I loved about it. I can't believe I didn't write that
Eisner,
down. Or
baby.
maybe I did. Oh yeah, it's on my last thing of my quotes. You're out of your Mickey mind.
Your
Like,
Mickey mind.
and Pepe also says something about like he's talking about the lands. And he mentions, I don't remember where I wrote it down. Anyway, he mentions like Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, which is Disney, is in Disney World, Magic Kingdom. Those are like the lands. And I was just like, oh, not him at Magic Kingdom. Like,
He goes on like this whole 80s band rant.
yes, yeah.
He just kind of goes off for a minute. Like a lot of the times in this movie, he's just kind of going off. Like, and they're kind of ignoring him. He's just like,
Yeah, speaking of ignoring, when at the end, when Piggy is the new witch that we meet, and she's meeting Kermit, Scarecrow Kermit. Anyway, they're like meeting, and Pepe like steps up, and she just hiya out of there. Like we can even put that in right now, like remind myself. But when she just, I literally have that clip because I put it in like a no context one, I think. But
Toto, it's a pleasure to meet you. Hey! How is it we've never met?
love that.
But that was so funny because he just was like, I am Pepe. And she's like, not you.
Not you. I'm like, what else did I write down?
I wrote down, hunt you down and pry them off your cold dead carcass.
I wrote down the crows of despair are at a wedding.
No, the Muppets Wizard of Oz like was actually good, better than I remembered it, which had been since it's been taken off streaming. I mean, I can't remember the last time I watched it before that in its entirety, besides just clips on YouTube and stuff.
I have fully taken style inspo from Evil Piggy.
Yeah,
not a joke.
I think that's you. I see the parallel. Like
I used to have her hair pretty much.
you need a leather biker hat now. Like
Honestly, yeah. I'm like I've 100% stolen her style.
The bottled water thing was funny.
Skinny.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
Skinny.
Oh, I wrote Johnny Himbo King because he's just like, she's hot, that whole song. He's like, and let me tell you when she comes home at night.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's hot.
I know. I wanted to see a spin-off of what happens when the monkey gets the hat. Like
Yeah. Johnny's like, go to your happy place, you rotten little dog, to Foo-Foo.
Was Steve still Foo-Foo in this movie? Because I know he's the
I'm
original
assuming.
Foo-Foo.
If there's any like little critter like making some like dog or cat sounds, I just assume it's him at this point.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's a good assumption because it probably is.
Some like freaky heavy breathing.
Yeah, if anything has to make any kind of
Yeah. If there's anything that makes me stop for a second and go question something about myself, it's probably him.
Yeah.
Oh, the penguins when he's like, a deal is always honored in Hollywood, and they're like,
Oh, the
and
penguins.
they just show the penguins real quick, and they're like,
The penguins know what's up. The penguins like always know. The penguins are in on it.
I wrote Kermit is my little baby idiot in this one. He's so fucking cute. He's low-key Wembley, but I'm maybe just saying that because I just watched Fraggle Rock before I watched this. But I feel he's low-key Wembley in it. But I also pick up on anything that like even vaguely resembles Wembley because I'm like, that's my little baby.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a brain. He doesn't have a brain in this one, so he's playing little.
He's my little baby idiot, and I love him.
Yeah, I can see I can see the similarities as far as that. And it's Steve.
Dumb Kermit in this one. I love it.
We're never really truly too far between Steve's characters, even though they might sound completely different. We're never too far.
And I can pick up the little things that he does in every single character. I have like X-ray
like
vision
bleed
for, like, all
into
these puppeteers though. I'm like, you do this like
yeah, they like bleed into each other in the same way that Fozzie sounded like Piggy in the beginning when we meet Fozzie. It's like the same thing. Like, I mean, obviously, same with like Dave Goles. A lot of the voices that he does like sound like variations of Gonzo, like obviously, but it
Like,
just
he pulls
works.
Gonzo so often.
It just works that it's just like this works. I'm not questioning this.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of the monkey gets the hat, I wrote down the whole thing that he said just because I think everything that Johnny says is so funny.
It
Like,
is.
oh, I don't believe you're gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm not following. The monkey gets the hat.
Yeah. I'm not following.
And then I think it's Sal who's like, this is definitely Munchkinland. I've seen it in the postcards. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, that was honestly so sad though that Johnny just had to go through that and he still didn't get the hat.
Justice for Johnny.
Think of all that he sacrificed
For real.
being Piggy's man.
He was loyal.
Oh. Um oh yeah. I wrote down someone's gonna get witch slapped.
I wrote that down too.
Someone's gonna get witch slapped. There's a lot of funny little one-liners in this one, as you can tell, as we keep quoting them. As you watch the movie, you'll come across them like, that was funny. Or maybe this will inspire you to go watch it again and it's been a long time and you're like, you already wrote it off because you're like, I remember just weird like chicken CGI and like
Yeah. I also described that as the GTA stripper chicken.
that was very yeah.
And it also
If we're
pulls like
talking
those
like
old Sesame Street games, like the computer games, like specific.
yeah, it's giving like San Andreas right before Vice City vibes, like maybe
So
GTA 3,
specific.
GTA 3 type graphics.
Oh, and then I
Honestly,
also
though,
wrote, oh, what did I write? It was for a different one. Oh, I wrote the Barbie Rapunzel ass dragon.
oh
I don't, that's really specific, but it was just kind of, or like Spyro ass. Like,
yeah, there's like deep like trauma in the middle of the
yeah,
ending
if
scene.
we
I
can
mean,
if we can overlook that part.
yeah, there's some parts where people are like, "Oh my gosh, like I cannot
I
rewatch
feel
that
like it's so
because I
easy to like
remember."
for people to point bad things about things out, but it's like, it's nice to like go and find like the nice things and like the things that people like put effort into and like
Exactly. And like we talked about the brief like lessons and even Statler and Waldorf carrying that and that tone carrying throughout the whole film about like you already had what it took. You already had the kindness, you had the heart, you had the brains, you just had to apply yourself,
yeah.
stuff like that. Like Ashanti, Dorothy had it in her the whole time.
Hmm.
She
I
was
also
always going
wrote
to
she
be a
looks good
star.
as fuck in her Oz getup.
Yes, yes. I love how they still kept her. I know the Oz getup that you're talking about, but I was saying yes because it sparked the idea of like I wanted to mention how she has the plaid and how they kept that plaid thing too before she gets her nice outfit.
Hmm.
Because that was just cute. Like they did it in a different font,
I was
and
like,
that was
generally,
smart.
she looks good as fuck the whole movie, but
Yeah, oh, 100%. They
I
could
don't
have
know. It's
done
just it's like her hair and everything. By the time like that,
yes.
and I'm like, yes.
But they could have done like a copy paste, like they could have done the Dorothy dress and worked it in. And I like how they did it in a different font, and it was like
Yeah.
her uniform at the place she worked, like the diner. It was
Yeah.
just very thought out. This movie was thought out, no matter what you think, or how low you regard it. It's easy to regard it low. I mean, we just did when we ranked them in the movie order that you should watch of its significance because it's not a Muppet film in the way that we're used to Muppet films being, but it was cute and I would watch it again any night of the week.
Hmm. I wish it was like more easily accessible.
Yeah.
Um,
Which
I'm
why physical
trying.
media is still king. Like physical media,
Yeah,
hate to
sorry,
admit it.
totally unrelated. The last thing I had written down was the Kermit footstep sounds at the end. I don't know why it was killing me. They probably have him the whole movie, but like you can hear, not really, but you can hear his little feet slapping when he's like running at the end.
Like web sounding. Like
It's like the little like slap slap like
oh.
frog feet. And I was like, that's so funny that they added that in.
It is. It's cute. Yeah, I like the way they tied it up too. It was done really cute.
I
When
thought
you
the whole like storyline and the way that they took it, I thought it was like pretty good. Like
Mhm.
watching it again, I was like, okay, that like I liked what they did with that.
Yeah, no, so did I. I honestly thought it was really good
They
casting
made
and
some choices in the middle there, but
yeah, I
visually
mean things
they
got a
made
little
good choices.
crazy. things got a little crazy and they wouldn't make that movie today, and maybe that's okay, but I wish they would get back to a little bit less like squeaky clean. Maybe not Wizard of Oz level of what's going on, but somewhere in the middle of 2015 and Oz and the Muppet Show and Muppets Tonight and the Jim Henson Hour and like those things that have a little cheekiness to them, have a little tongue in cheek, have a little silliness.
Yeah, I'm like, it feels too sterile right now, and they're playing too safe with it, and that's why it's flopping like every time
Yeah.
they do anything. And I'm like, no.
Like the Mayhem series had some like innuendos,
I
but
like the Mayhem series. I haven't finished it yet still, but from what I saw, I liked it. And I was like, okay, more of this.
yeah, they
Yeah,
were
but not the people. They did themselves so dirty with the
sorry.
writing of like the actual human people, and like they focused too much on them. And I'm like, no, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, the story of Nora with that should have been a little bit more
She's
pulled
so
back.
annoying.
It should have been pulled back for sure, but I'm not going to shit on the series because that's like the closest thing we've got to like
No, I
good.
know. I'm like those are my only qualms with it really, because the rest of it
Yeah,
I really liked.
yeah, they have really good music. I just think that the potential is so there. And if we
Mhm.
just did a little tweaking, and like maybe they let Matt Vogel like come into the role, maybe we would see some improvement, but I don't know. How are we supposed to know? We've only seen crumbs.
No, literally, they're not
Here's
really helping us
crumbs.
out there. So
Here's your Super Bowl crumbs. Take your Super Bowl crumbs and be happy.
yeah, I'm like, what does that mean, by the way? What does that commercial mean for us?
No one even like talked in it. Like they said like four things, and it was
That's
like
the
mostly,
thing.
like
Like,
Statler
what's this
Waldorf.
mean?
Like
And like, what's the deal? Because they're like, okay, Muppet 70, but also guess what? While this is happening, we're gonna take away the one Muppet thing that you guys have. But
yeah,
also, look, a commercial. What?
yeah, no, it's weird. It's just like where's the direction?
I know. I'm like, I want to be hopeful with that. Like, so bad. So bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay hopeful, but it's also like I don't know. And the
I
thing where
know.
you briefly mentioned, and we want to do a whole episode about Muppet Vision 3D
Yeah.
and the Muppet
I'm trying to get
closure,
there.
and
I need I need
yeah,
to get
we're
there.
trying to. I have set an official meeting of May 16th, Friday, May 16th, the anniversary of both the opening of the attraction and Jim Henson's untimely passing. But we're trying to get there, man. She's trying to get there.
I'm
We're
trying to
trying
get
to
there
get
from
there.
New York, and not the cool New York, fuck ass middle of New York.
Yeah. But she's gonna get there. I'm gonna help
We're
you.
gonna
We're
get
gonna
there. It's gonna
get that.
happen.
Manifest. But anyway, but they're taking it out of our gold our gold hands, our cold dead hands. And it's not okay. And I'm gonna miss the piggy fountain and Pizza Rizzo. And
I've never even been to Pizza Rizzo, dude. I was Pizza Rizzo basically for Halloween, and I've
yeah,
never even been there. I'm a poser.
we need to have a dance party in the Pizza Rizzo ballroom. There's a little ballroom and they play
I
music
want
and
the
it's like
squish
a little
pennies.
disco ball.
I want the squished pennies, and I want to make a necklace out of them.
I like that. I want to get as many pairs of the glasses as I can and not return any of them.
Yes, I need things.
They're
I
gonna
need
be like,
things.
sorry folks, we're fresh out of glasses. Everybody's been taking all the glasses.
Don't know what to
But the attraction closes officially, if this is your first time hearing about it, on June 7th. So if you're planning to get there before June 7th, that's what you have. That's how long you have until it's gone forever.
Not long.
They're replacing it with Electric Mayhem, or they're not replacing it. They're replacing it with Monsters Inc. stuff. That's not going to be half as good quality because it's going to be phoned in,
We have
new
much
age
to say
Disney.
on this whole topic. I'm like, I could go off on a whole
I
thing.
know. I'm like, this will be a whole episode. Let's digress for now on that one. We'll put a pin in it.
I could say we could go on a whole separate episode right now.
We will hold you guys waiting for more.
Yeah.
But that is probably, I mean, final thoughts on Muppets Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I'm like this is pretty much all I wrote down. So
Yeah, no, me too. The wiki page I barely looked at. There's like little to no merch for this one. We have like the
got all
plushie
of it.
by Nanco. Back there is it's not specified for this movie. It's a just child book. I could just show pictures. I don't want to dig it out, but it's just a child's book. But it has a really cute Muppet Baby like rendition of them.
Mhm.
People maybe have seen it, and then I just have the DVD, and that's it because there's really nothing more other than the plushies, which came in different sizes. I have a couple different Gonzos.
Mm.
I think they were like carnival game prizes,
Probably.
you know, those, like, that's what I think they were, because the quality sucks and they like kind of
Yeah.
fall apart. But there's really no merch for this one. It's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, they really kind of brushed this one under the rug a little bit. They were
Yeah,
yeah, don't worry about that movie. It's like not on streaming anywhere. It's like they got nothing for it. There's like
maybe it's because they
not
started it with that Girls Gone Wild joke. They're like, man, we need to like act like that didn't happen.
they're like maybe let's not talk about this one.
Yeah, I mean,
They're like it's got the nipple joke. Maybe let's
that's
they're like that CGI.
that's the one with Gonzo's nipples, isn't it? Oh yeah,
That's
it
the
is.
one with the GTA
That's
chicken lady, huh?
the one with horrible death.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I
Like,
don't know.
like no, but even that whole movie coming out, Wicked,
Yeah.
everything. I mean, the Muppets didn't even post. They
Nah,
didn't
they are
post the
really like
characters. They didn't post any of the photos of Kermit as anything. I mean, I know it's not an exact. I'm not a Wicked fan because I don't know anything about it, but I know it's not like the Wizard of Oz exactly. I know it like takes place on the timeline, but
I'm a
they could
not
have
so refined
posted.
theater kid. I'm aware of Wicked, and I mean it would make sense for them to everyone's posting Wizard of Oz anyway right now.
They
So
could have posted anything. I mean, any even just the poster. They could have posted
mhm.
it. There was no acknowledgement. They were
Nah, they're
totally
like we don't acknowledge that one. It's
no, it
not on
doesn't exist. Forget about
He said
it.
it's not on Disney Plus, so we don't worry about that one.
Meanwhile, I had Steve Whitmire sign my VHS. I'm like, will you sign my VHS, please?
I DM'd that man and then like didn't respond to his like third DM back to me.
You said
I had
goodbye.
questions too, and I just like
You're like, we'll get to them.
I
We
turned into that chicken, the big CGI chicken. That's actually what happened. I got scared and I turned into the chicken.
I did say that I would love to interview him on our podcast sometimes, and he said, "Sure thing." Or what did he say? Like,
I
sure,
don't know
yeah.
what he said, but
He said
whatever.
something, but it had an exclamation point, like out of excitement. So I don't know. Steve probably doesn't watch this, but if for some crazy reason he is, hi, thanks. It'll be soon. And all of the Steve fans,
If that man ever listens to me talk for any reason, I'm gonna be very
he's
confused.
going to listen to you talk when we interview him, and we cackle the whole time.
That's a whole separate thing. Also, we gotta work our way to that one because
I know. I'm like, okay, we have to start actually taking guests and talking to them.
yeah, we'll do that.
And then we can talk to it, like the whole reason we started the podcast. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another episode. What is this? Episode 4?
Episode 4. Yeah.
Episode 4.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for whatever you did. We
We're
appreciate
appreciative of
you
the
supporting
support.
anything.
We're appreciative of the support, the new support, the ongoing support, the support that's been supporting us for years or months or whatever since we started the podcast. We are just really thankful for everything through this platform, through Instagram. And we love you guys so much. And we just can't say thank you enough. And we will be back sooner than we just were. We promise.
Yeah, sorry about that. That shouldn't happen again.
No, no, it won't happen again.
It won't happen again.
No.
You know, things happen all the time. We can't necessarily control that.
No,
but
we didn't control that at all. But you guys were amazing, and you made it way easier and better to navigate the whole situation, because I can't imagine if it was just like me and you on an island.
oh no, seriously, that would be a
Like everyone literally made that so much better and easier to deal with and everything.
Yes.
Also, my cat passed away. That was
Oh,
another reason
yeah.
why we were like down and out for like 2 weeks of just like not in the Muppet funniness like mode. Like there were multiple things that were just definitely tearing us down.
Heavy shit, dude.
Like series of unfortunate events is what we
Strong
can call
dog.
it. Series of unfortunate events.
Going through. But yeah, series of
But here we are. Thank you. But here we are, and we're gonna go to Muppet Vision in May. We
Yeah.
are going to be there.
We're gonna meet actually because we have not in person.
Imagine if we did a podcast like live from the hotel.
We actually should do that.
I know, wouldn't that be fun?
When I
When you
rephrasing because it's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. I will be there. If you guys are like, can I buy tickets or this is happening, I'll be there. But Emma will also be there, so don't even fret it. Like Emma's also gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
So
No doubts.
Bring your Fraggle stuff that you want her to see you wearing. I'm just kidding. Bring your best Smokey cosplay. Best Smokey cosplay is $20. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, somebody just get me there.
Yeah. Who wants to be the sugar daddy to get? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Unless. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We love you so much. And until we see you in episode 5. Bye. Who cut this cake?
Who got this cake?
Who cut this cake?
I would have done that.